Okay, so I'm going to kick this off tonight because it is 9 o'clock and we are on week number 5, I believe, and day 36 of 90, if my maths teaches me that is right. So I've got some information that I'll tell you tonight after we've done the rounds, and we're going to kind of have a little mini accountability group within an accountability group, really. But I have got some information that I couldn't share on the opportunity call because there was guests on, but there's information that I can share with you guys tonight that has not gone out into the main group yet. So you will literally be the first people and the only people that will know what I'm saying tonight. So whatever I tell you tonight, please don't kind of go out there and post it all over social media because Kevin will have my arse. So we're gonna zip round and I'm gonna find out what we're doing, where we're going wrong, what we're doing right. What I'm gonna do tonight, we're again low numbers again, but for those of you who are on, appreciate it as always. So we'll zip round and we'll find out where everyone's gone, where everyone's been doing. We'll use, if you've been using the point system, talk about the point system because it's a very, for me, and I've said this before, I do think it's one of the most powerful and most simplistic forms of keeping tabs on what you've actually done. And I'm looking forward to actually hearing him share his story on one of our training calls in the next couple of weeks. So I will go through as I see it on the screen. So, Michael, I'll come to you first, my friend. How are you doing?
Well, I got home from work at 8:20, so I've just made the first call. I was hoping to get 4 guests on the first call. I'm disappointed they didn't dial in, so it's a shame, but these things happen. Haven't done a lot in this last 7 days because of work, but I've got a wine tasting lined up for this Saturday. Trying to chase my teachers at the school. I'm a governor for a wine tasting and I haven't resolved that one as yet. And the points I've got is a sad 408 because I've not got a lot to show for it, but I've contacted a lot of people but I'm not getting much response. So I need to fine tune my efforts in the way I approach people.
Did you hear back? Did you have any responses to the people that were meant to be on the call tonight?
Yes, because I was talking to them last week. I was talking to the ones looking to go into business, possibly rather than a customer. And some of them I was talking to on my way home in the car. And I said, there's a call tonight at 8:30. And they said, send us the link. And I did. And they never called in.
Because there was one guy that jumped on near the end. And I didn't recognise his name. I didn't know if that was someone's prospect.
The chap, the only 2 males was either John Matthews or Neil Hare.
Neil Hare was on there.
Was he?
He came on late, yeah, but he was on there.
In which case that was him. He's probably missed the end of it. I'll give him a buzz and see what he got out of it.
Okay, perfect. Next up, Sean Jones.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, how are we doing?
Good.
This is a sacrifice tonight, guys. I'm missing Love Island.
Oh, well.
It's all right. I can cope. Yeah, it's been a mixed week. Shapers seems to have picked up again, which is really cool. So getting a lot of questions about the business. I'm glad we went through the comp plan the other week because a couple were asking me about that, so that really helped. And I've got a few more follow-ups on Shaper to do and some calls booked in, so I'm fairly positive on that. I've got a wine tasting this week, which at the moment there are 12 people registered for, and I'm just chasing them all up tonight, and I'll chase again tomorrow night just to make sure they all turn up, and so we can have some fun at that evening. A couple of them have been before, and they're bringing back other guests, so hopefully that is a positive sign and all will go well there. And I've just started a bit of personal development, reading the Think and Grow Rich book. I saw it on a Bob Proctor video and it looked quite interesting, very powerful.
Great book.
So, yeah.
I read it on holiday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, very good book.
Oh, brilliant. So that's my personal development, which I really wanted to ramp up this month because I've been a bit slack on that. But I'm actually using my time really well, especially sort of in my breaks at work, trying to either get on Instagram or Shaper. And probably averaging, I'm not very good at writing all the things I follow up on, but probably averaging about 30 to 40 points a day.
Okay.
So just getting messages out there or following up on Shaper or Instagram.
What date's your social, did you say?
Wednesday.
Is that is it at a home or a pub or a club or
It's in a restaurant again, the tapas bar I used before. So It's quite small and intimate.
Okay, put it in the group anyway, just because again there could be people in there that have got contacts in there.
Cool. Yep, of course. I'll do that tonight.
And obviously Nina's running that competition at the moment as well. So make sure that you look into that one.
No worries, buddy.
Right. Next up, Lindsay.
Well, I'm here just to get back into it because I think I haven't had a brilliant time. But I'm still here. I'm still hanging in by my fingernails and carrying on and asking people and talking about the business. But I can't exactly say I've done loads because I'd be lying.
Yeah, I know what you've had to deal with. So appreciate you jumping on tonight. To be honest. Okie dokie. Next.
Yeah, well, that's why I went on the opportunity call as well, because I just sort of, other people can inspire me to inspire other people.
Exactly. Veronica, can you hear me?
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear.
Cool. I'm at JFK Airport. I'm on an air train, so sorry, I landed late, but that's why I missed the opportunity call. But everything's been going pretty good. I posted my goals in the group a few days ago because I really want to be master seller by the end of this month, and my first goal is to get my wine free by Wednesday. So hopefully that'll happen. And I went to see Big Al last week. It was awesome. I've just been flying now since I've seen him. So tomorrow is going to post my notes and maybe do a little video. But I'm really excited about everything. I think June's going to be my best month. And thank you, Paul, for everything because you're the best.
If I can help you get these customers over the next few days, or if anyone else can help you with freeway calls or anything else like that, shout. Just let us know if we can help you. Anthony, are you there, Anthony?
Of course, Mr. Gillingham. I might not be able to get a signal because I'm actually on a beach at the moment because they've just pulled me in they want me on Love Island, so because I've got the body, you see. So, so Shan, you'll be looking at me, so not a problem. No, just been doing my normal stuff. Obviously, making sure that I do 3 to 4 posts a day on Facebook. Always doing my follow-ups. I had a good call with Anne Ralston today for an hour. She's getting things moving behind the scenes for us and making noises for us, which is always great to hear, with the slight issues that we have with certain things, but she's on with it for us, which is great. Doing my personal development every single day. I will sort of put it out here, I will make sure that I get qualified for Denbies. There's not a chance in the world that I'll miss that. So even though I've got something on that day, I'll cancel that because I will make sure that I'll be there, and I want to put it out there to us all. Just be accountable to each other, and let's all make that Denbies on the 30th because it'll be an experience for us all and the opportunity for people to see our lifestyle and what this business can do for us. So I'm going all out to make sure that I will 100% qualify for that.
Can't hear you, Paul.
There you go. Can you hear me now? The power of mute. Right, Helen, you're up. Go for it.
Okay, so I actually don't think my numbers have been that brilliant this week, and I don't really know why. I obviously haven't had as many conversations as I thought I had. However, in the last 2 weeks, I have had 3 yeses for the business and 2 yeses for VIPs. So I've just got to button those down really and get them done. Yeah, one of them would have been done today had it. Actually, one of them would have been done on Friday had it not been for the fact that you can't upgrade to a business partner in the back office, which just seems ludicrous to me. But the other 2 have said yes. One of whom has got her inaugural kind of business launch / wine tasting booked in for the 22nd of June. And 2 other people that are just waiting. Well, one person was waiting for the funds to come, and another person that's still has said yes. So it's a case of chasing those people down. And actually, the last couple of weeks, I've done an awful lot of work on my list because of GDPR. And what I've found is I've got an awful lot of people there that I haven't properly followed up with. So I've got, a good 25 people who have shown some level of interest that I haven't done a proper regular follow-up with. So I've got to knock myself into shape on that.
Cool, perfect. Yeah, so we had a good catch up earlier as well, and yeah, there's some good stuff going on your end, and if it goes ahead on the 22nd, then I'll be there on the 22nd with you.
Paul, can you just clarify what you said on the earlier opportunity call about Denbies? Because I'm like 100% up for meeting the criteria for it to attend there, which Kevin set out last week. For me, short-term goals I work much better against. But you mentioned just now.
Yeah, I said at the beginning of the call I'm going to talk about the criteria once we've zipped round this.
Okay, sorry. Okay.
Yeah, yep. So I had a call with Kevin earlier, and the criteria has basically changed from what it was. Okay. Once we've zipped through it, I will announce what that criteria is.
Okay.
Andrew and Shirley.
Hi, Paul.
How you doing?
Hi.
Hello. You're on. You're up.
Really good. Yeah, I seem to be doing more on Shaper than anything at the moment, because I can do that first thing in the morning and last thing in the evening. I've got 18 people on the go on Shaper at the moment. No sort of sign-ups or anything yet. I seem to be struggling a bit, unusual for me on closing. They're wanting me to send them something to watch, and what I'm sending doesn't seem to be right. So I think I need to tailor that a bit. We've got a wine tasting booked for the 14th of June that we'll be doing at home.
Yours was cancelled last night,
and that should be quite well attended. So we're looking forward to that, and hopefully we'll get a couple of sign-ups from that at least.
Perfect. What are some of the things that they're sending back then with regards to what they want to see in terms of videos?
Just a simple way that the business works. I sort of say to them, all you need is to get half a dozen friends round to your house. First sign up as a customer, then get half a dozen friends round to your house, and I'll organise to come and do a wine tasting when you get your first delivery. And then they say, well, how do they work? And you sort of, have you got a film of one of these wine tastings, so you know what to do? And I say, well, you're overcomplicating it really. And the only sort of films that we've got to send are of Austin's, obviously, which are huge affairs, like we said last time.
Yeah. We spoke about that last week, didn't we? And I have spoken to corporate about getting some UK-based in-house home wine tasting videos up, and they're going to look into that. As I said on the opportunity call, I'm off to Denbies tomorrow to do some filming and photos and whatever else, and then the event on the 30th is also going to be filmed. So there's going to be a professional photographer, videographer, editor, whatever, that's going to be looking at what we do and put some videos together. So there is stuff there. The other thing that you can send if you wanted to, in the back office, they've got that snapshot of the compensation plan, like just the 2-page comp plan. It's in resources and marketing, I think it is. If you just scroll down and have a look through there and just look at the snapshot UK compensation plan.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Cool.
That's out this evening.
Shirley, have you got anything to add?
No, not really. I think, I mean, I've been doing a bit on Shaper. Nothing from it yet. Not having the success that Andrew is doing. I'm trying to work on the Facebook groups and things. Getting some conversations going, different Facebook groups, which definitely takes time, to build up the chat rather than just going straight in. But it sits well with me doing it that way, I think.
Yeah, you've got to do it. You've got to do it the way that you want to do it, and you've got to do it the way that suits you. And I'll talk about this afterwards. Well, you ask 5 different people from advice, and chances are you're probably going to get 5 different answers from 5 different people. So you've got to be true to yourself, and you shouldn't. Why should you change the person that you are and the way that you do stuff if that's the way that you've always done it? But as I said, I'll touch base on that a little bit later on. Elena, you're up.
Well, I've signed up for Shaper. So I'm chatting to a few people on that, and the responses have been quite quick. I just signed up on Saturday, and I had quite a few messages through, so I'm responding to those. I've ordered my business cards with your help. I got my website all set up, and just working on my list, contacting friends and family here in the UK, and working on that.
Excellent. Right, we're nearly done. Denny.
Why did I know you were going to pick me next? Okay, so I've been trying to average 20 points a day. Obviously, that fell by the wayside a bit while I was in Holland last week. But I've caught up a bit. Today I did quite well, 57 points. So I was pleased with myself. Mainly on Shaper, although there were 4 or 5 Facebook people. I've upgraded the Shaper to the paid one. There's 3 people who would like to have phone calls with me, so I'm going to arrange those tomorrow. I've been getting stuck into the Dan and Liz training regarding social media, etc., because I really do like them and recommend them. I just want to say congratulations to Carl and Helen. Raz set them a challenge for the Miracle Morning to do 14 days on the trot, and they've done it. I haven't. Obviously, I was away, and I just haven't, been as conscientious as them. But they've set themselves a task of doing 66 days. So I'm very proud of them. We're reading the one thing on there, or rather, Helen's reading it. I'm reading, still reading Austin's acting classes, and I've also gone back to Drop the Pink Elephant by Bill McFarlane. Okay. And that's about saying what you mean and meaning what you say, because sometimes we say things and it can be taken the wrong way, like when Paul Burrell said telling my story was never about the money. So so just being careful how you say things. So yes, I've read that before, so I'm going back over that. But feeling very energized and upbeat at the moment, and enjoying getting stuck in.
Good. Right, Zoe. Hello.
Okay. I had the social last Wednesday with Helen. It was quiet. I sort of forgot it was half term, even though I've got the 3 kids. It sort of went by the wayside. But it was, it was good. I mean, there was a couple of networkers there. and they've invited me this Wednesday to a network event that they hold once a month. I've touched base with them today, and yeah, it's all good. Shape is a bit hit and miss. I don't know. I don't feel very comfortable about it, to be honest. I don't know why. It's just not working for me at the moment. I ordered business cards today. I don't know if anyone else has noticed, but yeah, there's the discount, but they've whacked a massive delivery charge on them. So it's not actually discounted. But if you cancel the delivery charge and opt for 5 to 6 day delivery, I mean, I ordered them at 2 o'clock this afternoon. They've been dispatched already. So you don't need to pay delivery. So I don't know if anyone else has flagged that up for any materials that they're ordering before the discount finishes. So that was just something else I noticed earlier. But yeah, I mean, talking to people as and when I can. But yeah, that's about it. But obviously, most of you know I've had a hell of a lot going on the last week, so I've sort of lost quite a bit of time. So that's it, really.
Okay. Carl Brady.
Evening.
All right.
Yeah, can't be complaining too much. I've had a semi-busy week. Unfortunately, consistency has not been the theme. I've got a funeral I've got to attend this week. Close family friends passed away from cancer. She kept it quiet. So that's kind of knocked me back a little bit. I've got a few coffee meetings arranged. I'm trying to limit those because I appreciate they can be quite time consuming. I have arranged a few calls, mainly to network. I've been invited along to the Juice Brighton network and breakfast events. So that's going to help as well. Certainly increase my online contacts in terms of reaching out. It's just a case of being consistent. The laws with the GDPR have unsettled slightly because I've got a good 18 to 20 contacts I'm not too sure if I can reach out to, but technically under new laws I'm not allowed to. So I've registered, as Helen said. If anyone needs anything, definitely go through Helen because you need to register. So I've registered with the ISO. Just kind of follow through on that. And again, I've got to thank Helen because we have kind of stuck out the past 2 weeks, even though it's been a bit of a struggle. Sometimes up at R5, but it has helped, and certainly kind of got me off to a better start in the day as well.
Perfect. Right. Last, by no means least, Becky Mitchell.
Hello.
Hello.
All right. I'm in my dressing gown. That's why you've got my picture. I've come home from boot camp and got changed. Sorry. Yeah, just being a bit more consistent with LinkedIn. I'll be honest. I'm not into Shaper. I'll hold my hands up 100%. It's not my platform that I choose to use. I'll be honest. I've not got much with it, and I find people very saley on it. So I'm sticking with my LinkedIn because that's where I'm getting a lot more conversations going. I've got 16 people connected and looking at information over the last 2 weeks. I've had a couple, unfortunately, that have recontacted me, really interested in the business, made the appointment for a phone call, and then not been on the other end of the phone when I phoned them. But that's the nature of the beast. But yeah, that's basically the main platform I'm using at the moment. I'm getting myself into quite a routine now. I've got boot camps running for the next 4 weeks, and then we're on holiday for a couple of weeks, and after that I'll then planning on plugging into wine tastings and getting quite a few booked in while I'm not got boot camps as well. So that's sort of my plan for over the summer period, and hopefully getting quite a lot more out of those. So hopefully I won't be starting boot camps again, but it's all going to be dependent on the success rate.
Cool. Perfect. Yeah. So as you know, this is like the last week was my week back after Barbados. A ton of catching up to do, and then I mean I wouldn't say I've been working hard, but I've been trying to work a lot more smartly. And I spoke to Helen earlier, and my routine is such: I get up in the morning, I get straight to the gym. I get back, have something to eat, and then before I do anything, I get on Shaper, do all my swipes, and then at least I know that I've got like work out there to do. And then from there, I either go in and catch up with a call or catch up with a video, do my personal development. So I guess like for me personally, getting stuck into actual physical work, I probably don't start until around about 10, half 10. And then it's just catching up on messages and making phone calls and doing what I need to do. And I think one day last week, I can't remember which day it was, it might have been Tuesday, but I had 3 pages. And what I'd done is I went through every single person I've connected to on Shaper since I got on the app and messaged every single person on there again. If I hadn't spoken to them for 6 months, for 3 months, if I hadn't heard back from them for a week, but every single person I started a new conversation with. And the other thing that I've done with a lot of people is that I then connected with them onto LinkedIn, because on the Shaper app, it gives you their platforms that they're connected to. Some have just got LinkedIn, some have got Facebook, some have got Instagram, but you can connect with them on social other platforms. So there's probably about 10 to 12 people from Shaper now that I'm now speaking to on LinkedIn. I did have a guy come back to me today on Shaper that hadn't messaged me back since January, I think it was, because he hadn't been on the app. So I think it's an app that a lot of people get on and they forget about it. So look at other platforms that they're linked into and connect with them on other platforms. Right, so tonight I spoke to Kevin, and I'm going to get Raz to come back on again in a bit as well. We're going to do we're going to open it up a little bit tonight, because there's a lot of things that we need to be doing that we're not, and there's a lot of things that we should be doing that we're not, and there's a lot of things that we've got kind of in our way, obstacles, whatever else. Kevin's phoned me twice today. Now, what I'm going to tell you now has to stay in this group. It's not gone into the main group yet. And I didn't say it on the opportunity call because we had guests on there. However, Kevin spoke to the CEO of Virgin today. We will be exclusive by August at the latest, pushing for July. So white labelled, exclusive, premium wine by August at the latest, but pushing for July, which I think is going to be a massive difference. It's going to be a massive change, but it means we've got to get out there and we've got to tell everyone. We've got to go back to the people that we've spoken to. We've got to go back to the people that have switched their auto ships off. We've got to go back to the people that are in our downline and let them know. My wine should be delivered tomorrow for this month, and I believe that there's going to be no come back to Virgin, but I will check that. White label, Becky, basic exclusive wine. So when we get the wines, you can't go on to Google and find them anywhere else. You're not going to be able to go onto Virgin and find the wines anywhere else. They're going to be exclusive to direct sellers. So that is one thing that they're working to with that. So Raz, with that, do you want to jump back on and just talk about what you spoke to Anne with today, like regarding the Virgin wines? And again, just be honest with everyone on it.
Yeah, I just reached out to Anne because of just concerns really, because it all keeps on coming back to the reason why we are prospecting as many people, me as well, is because we always seem to be on the defensive of once we get them in there, and the truthfulness isn't there when it says 90% retention. I mean, I know in my business the retention is not 90%, it's more 20%. So I says to Anne, those slides that we're using, it's not actually true to what we got told, and the exclusiveness is not there to what we got told. And I said, I just want to be open and honest with you, Anne. It's not a negative call. I've got so much passion for this company, and so has most of the team. What would you suggest when people ring me up and say, listen, Raz, it's not working for us, what can we do? And she just said, look, be honest with them and just say, look, if you feel as though you have to stop your auto ship for now, then do that. But please let me tell you, once we get this sorted, because it's imminent that it is going to get sorted. I had a laugh with her as well. I said, look, make sure that you're smashing Kevin over the head with the rolling pin if he doesn't play a ball with us. And she says, listen, don't you worry, I'm on with it for us. So, excuse me, she said, I understand your frustrations and your enthusiasm, and I made it clear to her that I wasn't going anywhere. I've been pitched numerous times from numerous companies over these last few weeks, and I said, I'm not interested. I'm 100% DC through and through, but I said, we do need to now get this sorted because it keeps on coming back to us all the time, And since we've been, and that's the second conversation I've had with Anna the last 2 weeks, and things seem to be happening now. So we seem to be making the noises now for them to take action, because they know that it's not where they want to be, where we should be. And I says to them, it's all right, them coming on saying Australia's booming, but to majority of us, we haven't got any Australians in our downline. So it's like, we still feel as though we're second best and nothing's getting sorted. But she's rest assured that the conversations is daily with them. They are trying to do something for us and get it through as quickly as possible. And she won't stop until it's sorted, because she knows it needs to be done. And she feels for us, and she does. Like, now Kevin's here, she said, and she's sorting it. It will get done. It will definitely get done. We just got to be a little bit more patient, and the move's on the go, Paul.
Thanks, mate. Okay, so yeah, as I said, like, we're doing everything that we can to pester the, out of them to work with us, because we want to make the UK successful. We want to be up there with what they're doing in the States, and we want to be up there with what they're doing in Australia. So, as I said, like, I've spoken to Kevin today, I've spoken to Tanner today, and Raz has had now with Anne, and it looks like we're getting somewhere. Another thing that's going to be happening as of the next, maybe tomorrow, it may be the day after that, but throughout the month of June, they're going to be doing 6 bottles for the price of 3. Now, we're going to see how it goes. If it goes well, it could continue. But they're going to get that set up. They're going to announce it over the next day or two. But Kevin said to me to tell you guys tonight that that's what's going to be happening over the next couple of days. So customers that come on board this month, 6 bottles for the price of 3. Obviously, the VIP, £25 on top of that, but it gives them extra wine that we can do an open the box night in, and we can help them get their wine for free moving forwards. Right, on to Denby's then. So the qualification criteria has changed. It may change again, I don't know. But as it stands right now, in order to be, and what I'm going to do, and Kevin's asked me to do this as well, he's asked me to go round the group and who's going to be there, basically. Now, if you can't be there, Veronica, for example, lives in New York. I'm not expecting Veronica to come over a couple of hours, but if you want to be there, then I'll go through the list, and it's just a yes or no. And again, it's an accountability group within an accountability group. If you feel that you're not in the right place to do it at the moment, if you can't make that date for whatever reason, if it's too far, just be honest. Like, I don't mind who says yes, who says no, but we're going to work with it. So there's going to be a training session with Kevin between 11 and 12:30. Now, in order to be in that room, you need to recruit 1 brand partner or 3 VIP customers. So 1 brand partner or 2 VIP customers. And then for lunch with Kevin is 2 brand partners. Now, the previous criteria for that, for lunch with Kevin, was 3 and 3. It was 3 customers and 3 brand partners. The training session now between 11 and 12:30 is 1 brand partner or 3 customers. On top of that, if you qualify for the training session, Kevin's going to be doing an opportunity meeting between 10 and 11 for guests. So the plan is, and this is myself included, Raz included, we're going to go hell for leather to get that at least 1 brand partner in, and then get as many guests there as we possibly can. As I said, the criteria may change again depending on numbers, but that is now what it is. And I think before that, it was like 1 or 2 brand partners and 3 customers. Now it's 1 brand partner or 3 VIP customers to get there. For those of you that have never been to Denby's, or for those of you that don't know what Denby's is, it's a very, very nice wine estate in Dorking. It's a very plush place. I've been there. I've done a tour around there as well, and they've got some great wine to try. I'm going to be there tomorrow, talking through the event and shooting some videos that can help with the training and whatever else. and then Kevin's going to be flying over. So I believe he's only going to be here for about 48 hours. So this is your chance now. If you want to get in front of Kevin, or you want to get people in front of Kevin, then we need to make that happen. And as I said, for those of you that want to do it, I'll literally just yes or a no, and you know, and then we'll move on. So I've got everyone on the screen, so I'll just shoot round as it is. So Michael, we'll start with you.
Yeah, am I unmuted?
Yes, you are.
I'm going to work at my hardest to get down there, but I can't promise that I can be. So I will say no, and I'm going to carry on working for it.
Okay, mate. All right, perfect. Anthony?
Yeah, 100% yes, mate. Guaranteed. That'll happen.
Zoe?
Yeah.
Becky?
I'm on holiday.
Okie dokie. So that means Andrew and Shirley are away as well?
Yeah.
Okay. Denny?
Yes.
Lindsay?
The date suits me, and I will do my best to get there.
Coolio. Veronica, there's no point in saying yes or no because you're in New York. Unless you want to fly over. Sean?
All for it. Yep.
Carl?
Yeah, go for it.
Elena?
I'm scheduled to work, so I'll see if I can switch my my day that day, but I'll let you know.
Okay. Helen?
Yes. Do you know when the wine tasting section will be, Paul?
I would have thought it would be the first bit.
Yeah, okay. Because I'm flying on holiday at 6 p.m, so I will need to leave probably about 3:30 or something. I
Okay.
imagine.
Veronica, are you in the UK, did you say that date? Can you hear me? Veronica? No, I mean, the lunch is going to be 12:30 till 2, and I think it's going to be wrapped up after that, Helen, anyway.
Okay.
So it's, I mean, like I said, I didn't really know too much about it. It was only when I got back on holiday that I found out there was going to be an event at Denby's anyway. And then I spoke with that Scott Lucy on Saturday, and he was talking about it, and he was shocked that there's qualification in place anyway. So they've lowered the qualification standards down, which I think is a good thing. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, possibly 9. 10, including myself as well. So we need to really and again, you know, this goes for myself as well.
Sorry, there's another noise in the background. It's slightly annoying. I don't know what it is, but sorry. Okay.
Who's stirring their cuppa?
Yeah, it sounds like someone's making a cup of tea.
Like I said on the very first call that we done, this is not a group where I tell you what to do, or Raz tells you what to do, or Becky tells you what to do. This is a group that we're all working together, you know, and if anything, like, we've got more pressure on our shoulders to be at Denby's because we don't get a free ticket, and they want me to speak at Denby's. And in order for me to speak, like, I need to bring in the business partners and the brand partners. So outside of like what we're going to be doing between now and the end of June to get to Denby's, we've also got to realise that we're on day 36 of the 90-day run. So we need to really kind of start ramping up activity. I'm going to open it up in a minute now as well. What kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? What are the things that are stopping you from getting you to where you need to be, like, right now? If you want to speak, like, either unmute yourself or hold your hand up so I can unmute you, because like, I want to get everything clear, because what I don't want to do is use this group where every Monday people get on and they talk about what they've done and then we don't hear again until the Monday. Because, you know, this is a fast group. We're kind of going from nothing to 9 in 90 days. And I said at the beginning that, you know, not everyone will get there. You know, hopefully everyone will or be close to it. But what I don't want anyone to think is because they're in this group that they have to stay in the group. Because if you feel that this is getting too much, or if you feel too pressured, or if you've got too much other things going on where you think to yourself, by 90 days, I'm not going to get anywhere near it, you know, that is absolutely fine. And if you want to go back into the main group and work at the pace that you want to work at, again, absolutely fine. Like, no one's going to think anything worse from you. But if anything, what we're going to do now is we're going to really start ramping things up again, which means that I'll be in a lot more closer contact with you guys, because it's like one of the things that we set up at the beginning was like a weekly accountability call. And like last week I put in the group, like, let me know who's around for their calls this week. And I didn't hear from many of you. So I don't want to be constantly like chasing you guys to say, you know, right, let's do the call. What time do you want the call today? It's, you know, it's there for you. You've got like 15 minutes where you can speak to me one-to-one. But if you feel at the moment that you've got, as I said, too much going on outside, or this is a bit too much for you and it wasn't what you thought it was going to be, then, you know, I completely respect that. But we need to now, over the next 54 days, is collectively, myself included, do a hell of a lot more than what we've done in the first 36. Now, one thing that I have noticed overall is that personal development has gone up massively. You know, the confidence in the way that you're speaking to people. Like Ben messaged me tonight, apologised for not being on the call, but he said he's so much more confident in speaking to people now because he's been doing his personal development. And that, for me, that is a success. But Kevin's not going to give me a pat on the back for improving somebody's confidence at the moment. Like, Kevin's in charge of this because Kevin wants to see results. And the reason that they're going to bring in the 6 bottles for the price of 3 moving forward is that when they've done that last time, we quadrupled the amount of numbers that we brought into the UK in that given month. So again, he knows what we're doing within this 90-day group, which is why he said to me today, tell him about it. Get the information out to your group and find out who wants to do it. So we all need to now work as hard as we can, work as smart as we can. And this is where now, like this month, sacrifices may have to be made. So you may not be able to watch a certain program at a certain time on a certain night. You may have to watch it back. You may have to look at your diary and think to yourself, right, I can't go out Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday this week. I might have to cut it back. You may have to make more phone calls than you normally do. You may have to send more messages than what you normally do. You may have to, it may have to get a little bit ugly, because at the end of the day, like, as I said, this is a results-driven business. And I know that we've always said that it's not a quick fix, an overnight success, or a get-rich-quick scheme or anything else like that. But I'm also aware that, like, I set this group up because I wanted all of us to succeed and get as close to Master Seller within 90 days. So I know what I need to do to ramp up my own activity, and that started for me for today. I had a guest on the call tonight who's probably going to be joining like this week. I just need to follow up with him. So, as I said, if anyone's, what are people's frustrations like right now? And again, be honest and be upfront and be open, because any information that I can get, I can feed it back to Kevin. But trust me when I say that they're working with us. Like, Raz reached out to Anne today, had an hour's call. Kevin reached out to me, and we had 2 great phone calls tonight with Tanner. So we're going to do everything that we possibly can to help you guys. But what would you say are some of the frustrations that you guys are dealing with at the moment? Who wants to go first?
I think for me, Paul, it's not anything that the business isn't doing. It's just that I'm taking a step back from friends and family because of the lack of response, and it's cold market, which is taking a little bit longer to build those relationships. But actually what I'm keen to do, and it sounds obvious now I'm saying it out loud, but is just do more wine tastings. Whether it's whoever comes to them, cold market, whatever, don't care. but just getting out there, doing more wine tastings, getting people enjoying the wines, talking about the club and having a great time.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. Yeah, cold market is a lot more difficult than warm market. And I think that there was a stat earlier that says if you're going to do cold market, it's like the conversion rate is something like 1 to 25 compared to 1 in 10 on the warm market. So you have got to speak to a lot more people. But this is where, Shaper can come in helpful, or LinkedIn can, a social media platform where you connect with certain people throughout the day and just build up conversations. So no, good feedback. Has anyone else got anything that they want to add to that? Lindsay?
Just on that, Shan, what is it you're up against with your family and friends? Is it the cost?
No, nothing. They don't even respond or acknowledge.
Yeah, because if it is, it's just.
Yeah.
I mean, this 6 the price of 3 could probably really, really help for people who are sort of like, you can just say, listen, I really would just appreciate it if you could support me on this journey. You're getting great value, 6 for 3. And I mean, I don't like saying, just try it for 1 month and then cancel it, because that's not what VIP is all about, because they don't want you to go down that line, and it's quite pointless, if you ask me, just to get them in that way. But I'm going to go back to a lot more who has been a price issue. I'm going to now then, I can go back there with a little bit of authority and say, listen, I know you said it was a price issue. How about 6 for the price of 3 and being VIP? I mean, I will be going down that line. Everyone will talk their own way. I just know how I'll be able to put it across to my friends, not in an aggressive way, but I will reach back out to them. And what's the worst thing they can say is no. You might just get 1, and that 1 might lead to 3, 4, 5. You just don't know, do you?
No, exactly. I know they're watching, and every now and again they'll either say something to me face to face or something on Facebook. How's it going? General chat. But again, it's just the resistance and so the cold market is the only way. And I'm ramping up my activity definitely, but it does take a little bit more time to build that relationship. But I'm more confident in doing the wine tasting, so I'm just going to book a wealth of those in.
Well,
get out there.
I think Sean.
I think it also when they're asking you how it's going, like, be so upbeat, positive. I'm loving it, absolutely loving it. Best decision I've ever made in my life. I've learned so much. I've made some fantastic friends, and I'm building a business around my part-time, my full-time job. Absolutely. Because what a lot of people say, if it's their mates, how's it going? Because they're your mates. Like, you feel that you can, you can't
trust them.
Exactly. But we all know, you go and tell one of you. Well, I know if I were to go and tell one of my mates, and they say to me, "Oh, how's it going?"
Oh my God.
And I say to them, "Well, yeah, we're struggling with this, that, and the other." Within 5 minutes, it'll be in the WhatsApp group, and it's just like, "Oh my word." Lindsay, I know you wanted to say something.
Yeah, I think it was Anthony had mentioned about a video, because for me, in other companies, I just think I'm not catching them quick enough. So I'm sort of inviting them on the opportunity call. They're not coming. If there was something like a UK, I know we've got our website that we can send to them, but if there was like a short UK video presentation.
In your back office, if you click on the join button, then you can send them an email. You can take their email address, you can put their email in there, it sends them an email, and in that email there is like a short opportunity video that they can watch.
Yeah, but they've got to go through your website then, haven't they?
No, it goes to their email. It will send them an email, and all they do is just watch the video.
Yeah, but it's quite old now, that is, isn't it?
No, it's a new one. It should be quite new.
Okay, I'll look at it again then, because when I looked at it, I didn't think it was current to now.
Send it to yourself. Send an email to yourself and see what comes through, because in that way it's easier to
Yeah, no, I will, because that's what I did when I first joined. But...
Okay, no, they have updated it since you joined.
Okay.
Cool. Anyone else got anything that they want to add in any capacity? No? Okay.
Sorry, I'm on mute. When does the 6 for 3 start? I know it's hush hush at the moment, but when does it start?
In the next couple of days, apparently.
Okay.
When I spoke to Tanner earlier, she said she was just speaking to Trillock, and Trillock had to sort something out on the computer. But
Okay.
it will probably be announced either tomorrow or Wednesday.
Brilliant. Thank you.
Paul, when was the dates for this Denby's thing? What's the timeline for getting the partners in? 24th or something.
Yeah, by the 24th. Yeah.
Thank you.
One thing that I just quickly want to talk about as well is that when it comes to social media training, there's so many experts out there now. There's so many people that train network marketers. There's so many people that are experts on Facebook and LinkedIn and Instagram and all the other bits and pieces. And it's so easy to just get warped into everyone. You know, like Eric Warrior do a video and he'll plug it and people will be like, well, I'm going to sign up to that. And then obviously like Danny and Liz are doing their stuff and Tony Robbins will do stuff. And, you know, there's people doing like Lewis Howes does Instagram training and people do LinkedIn training. And what you can very, very, very quickly find yourself being caught up in is that all you're doing is just watching social media training. And it gets to the end of the day and your brain is just frazzled and you think to yourself, oh, I can't do this, I'm going to go to bed. So my advice, and again, this is my advice, like it's not, you know, what works for you, but find one person. Like find one platform and one person and follow that one person, because the last thing that you want to be doing is signing up to all these people and you're either stuck at work or you're stuck on a call or whatever and you've missed the recorded webinar or you've missed the live video, and then when you get off it you've got to go and watch it back. You know, you've got to go and watch the hour training with Eric Warrior and Les Brown, then you've got to go and watch the hour video of what Danny and Liz done, then you've got to go and watch the hour training that someone else done. So it's very easy to get sucked into what they do. I mean, they're great at what they do because they're earning the money that they're earning, but they're also very clever with what they do and how they market it. So use the, you know, if you find someone that resonates with you, resonate with, and that resonates with you, great, do it. But otherwise, don't change who you are for anyone. You know, people buy into people, and that's the way that I mean. I was one of those people that, you know, I signed up for a guy called Brendan Burns who done Instagram stuff, and then I signed up to Lewis Howes who done Instagram stuff, and then I was working with someone on LinkedIn, and you know, I'm in the Free Life with Danny and Liz, and I'm in Rank Makers with Ray, but it for me it got too much, and I just found myself like thinking, right, what the hell am I going to do today? So I pulled right back from it, like stripped it right back, and I just use Instagram now to post, you know, what I post. And I use LinkedIn to do what I need to do, and I use Facebook to do what I need to do, because at the end of the day, the way that I see it is that I got to where I am now by having nothing. You know, I didn't before. I hit Master Seller without Rank Makers and without Danny and Liz and without, you know, anyone else. So I knew what I needed to do. But if you're someone that wants to learn a specific platform out there, go and find someone that is an expert in it, but just stick to that one person, because as I said, otherwise it will just be brain frazzled like massively, and you'll get home from work and you'll think to yourself, oh my god, I really can't be bothered to do anything today. So as I said, like next week, like this week, I am making it a mission for myself to at least go and get like a business partner, at least one brand partner this week, because like I need to give myself a kick up the arse now. I know I was away for 10 days, but you know, now's the time to get busy. Like as I said, I don't want these calls to just be every Monday we all hop on and we talk about what we've done. You know, we could do that for 180 days. We could do that for 270 days, and we can see that we've all grown in confidence and the posture's changed and whatever else. But this week, I want to have the accountability calls with every single person. I've had Helen's already today. Myself and Helen have booked in every single Monday at 3:00 moving forward to have our call. So we need to use the time that we've got available. And you know, I know people work full time, and I know people work shift works, and I know people have got families, and I know people have got kids, and I know people have like got dramas and whatever else going on in their lives right now. I know that, but if you've got an hour per day, make that the best hour that you possibly can. Like, do not go near the television, do not go near the kids, do not go near your other half. if you do not need your phone for the hour, turn it off. And if that is the case, if that's the time where you get on the computer and you send your messages, or you're on your phone and you're doing your phone calls and you're doing it whatever else, trust me when I say, if you've got a solid hour, you can get a hell of a lot done. Like a hell of a lot done. Whether it's posting, whether it's copy and pasting messages, whether it's reaching out to people, whether it's connecting with people, whether it's doing a little bit of reading. But I'm going to go back to Kevin tomorrow and literally give him the list, like give him the names of the list and what the people have said, because, you know, we all need to step up now, like myself included, Raz included, and we've both said that we're going to do everything that we can to be there, and Helen's going to, you know, you guys have all committed now to be at Denby's. So there's 10 of us that have said that we'll either go out and get a brand partner or 3 customers. Let's see if we can do more. For those of you that want lunch with Kevin, it's 2. So let's see what we can do. Let's see how many brand partners we can get between this group of people on this call now. I know, like Becky and Steve and Andrew and Shirley are off on like holiday soon, and you know, you guys need it, you deserve it, but you know, you need a break. But let's all work collectively. Let's all help each other out. If anyone's got anything that's working for them, get it in the group. If anyone needs any advice, come to me. Like literally, what I don't want to do is just you lot go into witness protection for 7 days, and the next time I see you is on the call this time next week. Like, we've got work to do. Like, we've got a lot of work to do, but we can get it done. So for those of you that want dinner with Kevin, 2 brand partners. For those of you that want to be at the event, 1 brand partner or 3 VIP customers, then it's a case of inviting as many people as you can. So I'll be there tomorrow. I'll check it out. I'll find out what the itinerary is going to be. And I'll go back to Kevin tomorrow and let him know what the outcome of this is. But we've really got to crank it up now. If they're going to do that offer, if they're going to pull like their finger out their asses and go 6 for 3, if they're going to make it happen that we go exclusive and white label, then our excuses are going to start running out soon. You know, I've been on Kevin's back for a couple of weeks now about Virgin, and he's come back to me today, fair play, spoke to the CEO, and that's what they're going to be doing moving forward. So within the next couple of months, we will have an online premium wine club that we own. But let's all get up that ladder and let's all get as close to Master Seller as we possibly can before we go white labelled wines. So appreciate you guys jumping on tonight. As I said, if there's anything that you want me to cover, if there's anything that you want to see, if there's anything that you need help with, ping it in the group or message me. But as I said, what I don't want to do now moving forward is use this call where we just, spoke to 5 people and had this and done this and done this. Like, that's the information now moving forward that I can get from you on the accountability call. Like, we need to use these hours like really wisely and make the most of them. So let's see what we can do this week. As I said, as many 3-way calls as you can get me on, do it. As many conversations that you can have with people, do it. As many exposures of the business, which way. But 6 bottles for the price of 3. It's not 50%, so do not say that. 6 bottles for the price of 3. We're going to be white labelled in the next couple of months, and let's all make sure that we get to Denby. So have a good week, and I'll catch up with you soon. I'll get this up in the group tonight, and we will go from there. So cheers, guys, and I'll speak to you all soon.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.